time is not unlimited, and understanding this truth is the first and most powerful lesson life gives us. Every second that passes is a piece of our existence that will never return, no matter how much we wish for it. From the moment we wake up in the morning, the clock starts counting, moving forward without pause, without hesitation, and without mercy. Many people treat time as if it is an endless resource, thinking they can postpone their dreams, their education, their personal growth until tomorrow. But tomorrow is never guaranteed. The idea that we can delay our actions until we feel ready is an illusion that quietly destroys opportunity. Time is like a river that flows in one direction. You can stand on the shore and watch it go by, but you cannot reach back and catch the water that has already passed. The day you waste today is gone forever, and no amount of regret can bring it back. When we are young, it feels as if life will last forever. Years seem long and the future seems distant. Because of this, many people fall into the trap of procrastination, thinking there will always be more chances to study, to start a business, to strengthen relationships, or to take care of their health. But as the seasons change and responsibilities grow, the reality becomes clear. Every delay steals from the time we could have used to build something meaningful. Imagine a student who ignores learning for years, believing there is always another semester to improve. When the final exams arrive, the truth hits hard. There are no more second chances, and the time to prepare has already passed. Life works the same way. The opportunities you have now may not be there tomorrow. The window to act will eventually close, whether you acknowledge it or not. Understanding the limited nature of time forces us to value each moment. It teaches us to set priorities and focus on what truly matters. Instead of wasting hours on distractions, entertainment, or negative thoughts, we can invest those hours in growth. Reading a book, learning a skill, practicing discipline, or nurturing a meaningful relationship all create results that multiply over time. Just as money grows with interest, when invested wisely, the minutes and hours you dedicate to self-improvement create a future of strength and success. But if you spend those same hours on meaningless tasks, they disappear with nothing to show for them. Every day is like a bank account that starts with a deposit of 24 hours. You can spend it wisely or waste it, but you cannot save it for later. Time is not only about productivity, it is also about awareness. Each day holds moments of beauty and connection that will never happen again. The laughter of a loved one, the excitement of a new idea, the peace of a quiet morning. All these moments are precious. When we understand that they are fleeting, we learn to be present and to appreciate them fully. Ignoring the value of time means missing the very experiences that make life meaningful. People who recognize the urgency of time do not live in panic. They live with purpose. They wake up each day knowing that this day, this hour, this breath is a gift. They act with intention, speak with honesty, and move toward their goals with steady determination. Time will continue to pass whether we respect it or not, but those who embrace its power create a life that counts. A life where no moment is wasted. Choices shape destiny, and every decision we make, no matter how small, creates a chain of events that leads us towards success or struggle. Life is not built by chance. It is shaped by the daily actions, habits, and thoughts we allow to guide us. From the moment we wake up, we are presented with countless choices. Whether to rise early or stay in bed, whether to learn something new or waste time on distractions, whether to speak with kindness or react with anger. These choices may seem insignificant in the moment, but over time they form patterns that define our character and determine our future. A single decision to read for an hour each day can build a mind filled with knowledge, while a single decision to ignore learning can leave years of potential untapped. Every path we take is built from the steps we choose to make. Many people believe that success or failure comes from luck, but the truth is that luck only visits those who prepare for it. A person who trains consistently, studies diligently, and remains disciplined creates the conditions for opportunity to arrive. When the right chance comes, they are ready to seize it because their previous choices have sharpened their skills. On the other hand, someone who waits for fortune without effort will watch opportunities pass by, not because they were unlucky, but because their choices did not prepare them. Destiny is not written by chance. It is written by the silent, everyday decisions that either push us forward or hold us back. The power of choice extends beyond our careers or education. It shapes our relationships, our health, and our inner peace. Choosing to forgive instead of holding resentment opens the door to healing. Choosing to exercise instead of remaining inactive builds a stronger body and mind. Choosing to spend time with positive, inspiring people strengthens our spirit and gives us energy. Each choice is like a seed planted in the soil of our life. Some seeds grow into trees that give shade, fruit, and protection. Others grow into weeds that choke our potential. The soil does not decide what grows. We decide what to plant. Even the smallest decisions can lead to dramatic outcomes. Consider a student who chooses to study for 30 minutes every day. At first, it seems like a small effort with little effect. But after a year, that simple daily choice creates hours of preparation, deeper understanding, and greater confidence. Meanwhile, another student who chooses to skip those 30 minutes each day finds themselves far behind, facing stress and regret. The difference between the two is not talent or intelligence. It is the quiet power of consistent choices. This truth applies to every area of life. Success is rarely the result of one grand decision. It is the product of countless small, wise choices made over time. Understanding this power gives us control over our destiny. No matter where we start, each new day presents a fresh opportunity to choose better. We cannot change the decisions of the past, but we can decide the next step we take. Every wise choice we make, no matter how small, moves us toward a future filled with growth, achievement, and purpose. The key is to act with awareness, to pause before making decisions, and to remember that every choice carries the weight of our future. Discipline over comfort is the foundation of every great achievement, and understanding this principle separates those who merely dream from those who turn dreams into reality. Comfort is tempting because it offers a sense of safety and ease. It whispers to us to stay in bed a little longer, to delay hard tasks until tomorrow, to avoid the effort that growth requires. But comfort, when chosen repeatedly, becomes a trap. It gives temporary relief while quietly stealing opportunities. Discipline, on the other hand, demands effort and consistency. It asks you to rise early when sleep feels sweeter, to study when entertainment calls, to practice when results are not yet visible. It feels difficult in the moment, but it builds strength, skill, and resilience that comfort can never provide. Discipline is not about punishment. It is about choosing a higher standard for yourself, because you know that lasting success requires sacrifice. Every successful person, whether in education, sports, business, or art, has faced the same choice between discipline and comfort. The difference lies in what they valued more. Those who achieved greatness were not always the most talented, but they were willing to practice longer, learn deeper, and stay focused when others gave up. They understood that growth is not built in a single day of inspiration, but through steady, repeated effort. A student who studies a little every day, even when tired, will always surpass the one who waits for the perfect mood to begin. An athlete who trains in rain or heat develops a body and mind strong enough to face any challenge. Discipline is the invisible engine that drives all progress, while comfort quietly slows it down. The power of discipline lies in its ability to turn small actions into massive results. Each day of focused effort may feel ordinary, but over weeks and months, it creates extraordinary change. Reading a few pages daily builds a library of knowledge. Practicing a skill for an hour each evening creates mastery. Saving a small amount of money consistently creates financial freedom. None of these outcomes happen overnight. They are the reward of countless disciplined moments. Comfort gives immediate pleasure, but leaves nothing lasting behind. Discipline gives effort today, but offers a future filled with achievement and confidence. Discipline also strengthens character. It teaches patience, perseverance, and the ability to face discomfort without fear. When you train yourself to follow through on commitments, even when you don't feel like it, you build self-respect. You learn that you can trust your own word. This trust is powerful because it allows you to set bigger goals without being held back by doubt. Comfort, in contrast, breeds regret. Each time you choose ease over effort, you send yourself a message that your goals are not worth the sacrifice. Over time, this weakens confidence and creates a cycle of delay and disappointment. Choosing discipline over comfort does not mean rejecting happiness. It means understanding that true happiness comes from growth and accomplishment, not from temporary pleasure. The satisfaction of finishing a project, mastering a skill, or reaching a goal is far deeper than the fleeting relief of avoiding hard work. Every day offers the choice: remain where you are or take a step toward who you can become. Discipline is the path that leads upward. Comfort is the path that keeps you in place. By choosing discipline, you honor your potential and create a life of purpose, strength, and lasting success. Awareness of consequences is a lesson that life never stops teaching, and those who ignore it often face the harshest reality. Every action we take, every word we speak, and every decision we make carries a result that cannot be avoided. Many people live as if their choices exist in isolation, believing that what they do today will not affect tomorrow. But life does not work that way. Just as planting a seed determines the fruit a tree will bear, every decision plants the outcome of the future. Ignoring this truth does not erase it. It only allows consequences to arrive unprepared. Whether in education, relationships, health, or personal growth, actions create results, positive or negative. Pretending that consequences will somehow disappear is like closing your eyes while walking toward a wall. The wall is still there, and you will feel its impact whether you acknowledge it or not. In school, this principle is clear. A student who neglects study sessions day after day may believe they can catch up later. But when the exam arrives, the missing hours of preparation show themselves in poor results. The consequence is not a punishment from the teacher. It is simply the natural outcome of the student's own decisions. Life works the same way in every area. If someone chooses to ignore their health, skipping exercise, and consuming harmful habits, the body will eventually respond with fatigue, weakness, or illness. These outcomes are not accidents. They are the physical evidence of previous choices. When we understand this, we stop blaming fate or luck and begin to take responsibility for our own path. Awareness of consequences does not exist to create fear. It exists to create wisdom. Knowing that actions have results gives us the power to make better decisions. It teaches us to pause before speaking words that cannot be taken back. It reminds us to invest in learning today, so we are prepared for opportunities tomorrow. It pushes us to save money instead of spending carelessly, to practice skills instead of wasting time, to treat others with respect so that trust and cooperation grow. Every positive action creates a chain of positive outcomes, just as every careless action creates a chain of problems that may take years to correct. Being aware of this reality turns ordinary moments into moments of choice, where we decide whether to create a future of strength or one of regret. Consequences are not always immediate, which is why they are easy to ignore. The effect of a decision may not appear for weeks, months, or even years. This delay can create the illusion that actions do not matter. But the truth is that consequences are building silently, like water filling a jar one drop at a time. A single drop seems small, but over time the jar will overflow. Small habits of discipline build success. Small habits of neglect build failure. When we stay aware of this, we respect the power of each moment and treat every decision as important. Living with awareness of consequences is not about perfection, it is about responsibility. Mistakes will happen, but awareness allows us to learn quickly and correct our path. It gives us the strength to admit when we are wrong and to make changes before problems grow larger. By understanding that every action leaves a mark, we gain control over the direction of our lives. Instead of waiting for life to teach painful lessons, we can use awareness to guide our steps and create outcomes that reflect wisdom, purpose, and care for the future. Value of learning is one of the greatest treasures a person can possess because knowledge is a resource that cannot be stolen, lost, or destroyed once it is truly understood. Learning is not limited to classrooms or textbooks. It is a lifelong process that shapes the way we think, solve problems, and interact with the world. From the moment we are born, every experience offers a lesson if we are willing to observe and reflect. Some lessons come from teachers and books, others from mistakes, challenges, and conversations. Each lesson, no matter how small, becomes a building block for wisdom. People often chase material possessions or temporary pleasures, but the ability to learn and grow is far more valuable because it provides the tools to create success again and again, even if everything else is lost. Education, whether formal or self-taught, is a shield against failure and a doorway to opportunity. A person who continues to learn develops critical thinking, creativity, and adaptability. These qualities are essential in a world that changes rapidly. Technology evolves, industries shift, and new challenges appear every day. Without learning, skills become outdated and opportunities fade. But those who value learning remain flexible. They can adapt to new environments, master new tools, and find solutions where others only see obstacles. This is why education is often described as freedom. It frees you from dependence on luck or the opinions of others because your knowledge allows you to create your own path. Learning also strengthens the mind in the same way exercise strengthens the body. When we read, study, or practice a skill, we train the brain to think deeply, remember details, and make connections. This mental discipline improves not only academic or professional performance, but also daily decision making. A person who values learning does not simply accept information, they question, analyze, and understand. They can separate truth from deception and make choices based on reason instead of impulse. This ability protects them from mistakes that come from ignorance and helps them navigate challenges with confidence. The value of learning extends beyond personal gain. Knowledge allows us to help others and contribute to society. A doctor who studies tirelessly saves lives. An engineer who keeps learning designs safer bridges and cleaner energy systems. A teacher who continues to grow inspires countless students to reach their potential. Each act of learning creates a ripple effect that spreads far beyond the individual. By valuing education, we not only improve our own lives, but also uplift the people and communities around us. One of the most powerful aspects of learning is that it never truly ends. Life itself is a classroom filled with lessons that appear in unexpected moments. A failure teaches resilience. A conversation reveals a new perspective. A mistake uncovers a hidden weakness that can be transformed into strength. Those who value learning see every experience as an opportunity to grow, even when the experience is painful or difficult. Instead of being defeated by challenges, they use them as fuel for improvement. They understand that success is not measured by avoiding mistakes, but by learning from them. Choosing to value learning is a decision to invest in the most permanent and rewarding resource we have, our mind. Money can be lost, possessions can be taken, and circumstances can change overnight, but knowledge remains. It travels with us, empowers us, and opens doors no matter where we go. By making learning a lifelong priority, we build a foundation that supports achievement, wisdom, and the ability to create a future filled with purpose and possibility. Action is the only answer when it comes to transforming ideas, plans, and dreams into real results. Thinking, planning, and imagining are valuable, but without movement, they remain empty concepts that bring no change. Many people spend their lives waiting for the perfect moment to begin, believing that they need more time, more resources, or more confidence before they can act. But perfection is an illusion. There will always be challenges, doubts, and unexpected obstacles. Waiting only allows fear to grow stronger and opportunities to pass by. Action, even when it feels uncertain, is the force that breaks through hesitation and creates momentum. The first step is often the hardest, but it is also the most powerful because it transforms intention into reality. Taking action teaches lessons that no amount of thinking can provide. You can read about swimming for years, but you will never learn to swim until you enter the water. In the same way, you cannot fully understand business, relationships, or personal growth until you engage with them directly. Mistakes made while taking action are not failures, they are teachers. Each attempt, whether successful or not, reveals information about what works and what does not. This feedback guides improvement and builds confidence. People who take consistent action learn faster and grow stronger than those who remain in endless preparation. They understand that progress is built through experience, not just intention. Action creates energy, and energy creates opportunities. When you move toward a goal, you naturally attract resources, people, and possibilities that were invisible while you remained still. A person who starts a project, even on a small scale, begins to meet others with similar interests, discovers hidden talents, and gains access to chances that never appear to those who only think about starting. This is why action is often described as a magnet for success. It signals commitment to the world and invites support from unexpected places. Taking action also builds discipline and courage. Each time you act despite fear, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than doubt. This self-trust becomes a powerful foundation for future challenges. Small actions, repeated daily, train the mind and body to move forward even when motivation fades. Over time, these small actions accumulate into habits that carry you toward major achievements. A single push up may seem insignificant, but a daily practice transforms health. Writing a single page may feel small, but continued effort produces books. Every great accomplishment is simply the result of many small actions taken consistently. The beauty of action is that it does not require perfection or extraordinary resources. It requires only the willingness to start where you are, with what you have, and to keep moving. A person who takes one imperfect step today is closer to their goal than someone who spends years waiting for everything to be just right. Action turns uncertainty into clarity because movement reveals the path that planning alone cannot show. As you move forward, new ideas appear, new skills develop, and the next step becomes clear. Ultimately, action is the bridge between dreams and reality. Without it, even the most brilliant ideas remain locked inside the mind, and potential stays unrealized. By choosing to act today, not tomorrow, you take control of your future and create the life you imagine. Action transforms fear into courage, effort into achievement, and intention into lasting change.